If you meet Alessandra, you'll see that she has got so much passion and energy and so many ideas. So if, for example, you're a little bit unsure about what you want to do, she's one of those artists that can really make you feel relaxed and inspire you. And from my perspective, business-wise, company-wise, we want to be surrounded by inspiring people, creative people, and she ticks all those boxes. The project that we worked on was the first project, Field Road Sports Area in Fulham, and it was a refurbishment of a really tired old tarmacked area within a social housing estate. We re-rendered one of the walls, and Alessandra came up with various designs, and so it ended up being quite a leafy design because it's in a city, not many trees, as you know, but they wanted to have something that was still relatively green. Everything that we do is very visual and about outcomes, because our style of design for these outside areas, it's a sum of all parts. Therefore, Alessandra's mural work adds a certain aesthetic to it that complements the rest of the project. And that was really key, to provide something that went in line with the design on the area. The community have definitely been thriving. They've definitely thrived from it. We get regular comments when we visit site to check on the work and so on. There are always people using it. Clients are over the moon. The community are super happy. The residents association, the way she dealt with the community, completed work and the customer service, and the feel-good factor, the passion. Genuine passion about actually wanting to create a scheme that the community would be happy with. We would 100% recommend Alessandra and her work and her team. Why? Because from the word go, A, they're super talented, B, they're super friendly, C, the quality of work's fantastic, and D, they work on the project until you're completely happy. And they care about community, they care about doing a good job, and to us, that's worth millions.
I worked with Alexandra because she came basically in the initial stages as a recommendation from a business who had used her for some promotion work on their art window. And I think that what we did was we sort of said to her that we want to create a trail, we want to create something interesting. The business that I'd used to before said, whenever I do window art, people comment on it. So the idea was, let's try and expand that so that we create a street full of window art or a town full of window art. So that was the reason why we did it, and we did a smaller project on Halloween to sort of see how it would work or what it would look like, because I had no experience of working with her, and none of the rest of the board kind of really knew what to expect. And then when we saw that, we thought, right, let's go for it. Let's put some more budget behind this, and then create this sort of Easter bunny trail that people would go and count the bunnies and win a prize for doing that. The most important thing about the project for us was to try and engage, as a business improvement district, was to try and engage the businesses to make them feel that they were taking part in something that was going to benefit them. And Alexandra's team, they have this amazing talent of being able to be witty, fun. They actually managed to bring out the brand of the shop, so what it sold, so whether it was sport, whether it was a cafe, or whether it was food, no matter what the shop was selling, you could tell from the window art what it was selling. But it would also often bring out a character of the shop. So for small businesses, unique businesses, the owner would come out. You would recognize if you knew the business that it was the owner. And even if you didn't, you'd think it was quirky, it was fun. And whatever the product sold, whether it be a bakery, whether it be a grocer's, whether it be a beauty salon, it was just each single one, even though there was probably 4 or 5 different beauty salons that took part in the project, each one of them was completely different and unique, and it was just amazing to see. In terms of social media, we had a fantastic response in the fact that people responded to it, they loved it. We had mothers talking about how their children were counting the bunnies, were talking about the shop front. So it gave a conversation that they would never normally have. I can't recommend them highly enough. And in fact, I'd be scared to recommend them because they probably wouldn't be available to do more work for me. So that's a kind of double-edged sword. But no, their talent is fantastic, and everybody, absolutely 100%, everybody has talked about what fun and how creative they have been in their shop display. They're just, every single one is unique, and every single one has its own unique quality. So I would say it's been an amazing experience, and I can't recommend them highly enough.
Okay, well, what made me wanting to work with Alexandra? It's simply we had a very large derelict wall that's been there for about 3 decades. It's a wall that's a concrete gravel board wall. The panel's about 6 foot and it goes up for about 8 feet high. And we always wanted to do something with it because people are likening it to a prison wall. And so finally we just decided the time has come. There were some suggestions, maybe just paint the wall, maybe just leave it as it is and put something there for children. But in the end, we looked online and we came across Alexandra and the work that she had done prior to us. And we looked at some of the companies that she had worked with. And these were some of the well-established firms in the United Kingdom. And so we discussed the project, and the work that would be done would not just be for my eyes only. We have any number up to about 400 residents who live here. And so the work was for a plethora of residents of different standings. The colors are in keeping with our logo. And in the end, if you have an organization such as this one, and those who benefit from that organization's work can see that you believe in what you say, you believe in what you do, you take pride, you take effort in the appearance of a residential complex such as this one, I believe that that will filter down from parents right down to the youngest child. And if you look around, you will not find an element of graffiti or defacing or anything like that here. To the delight of residents, we take pleasure in just coming out in the evenings when the sun has set. That's one way of how it had brought the community together, because prior to that, I guess everyone just sat there in their homes. Now everybody takes an interest because they can see the results of our efforts. The final result is what you see on the outside. And I wouldn't want to work with anyone differently now that I've tasted and seen her work. I don't think that I will go anywhere else if we had another project. In fact, we had another project about 3 weeks ago, and the first port of call was Alexandra. So the first project obviously was a good and successful one. It had impacted the community. It had benefited the residents. They had taken pride in the work that she did. And so we called it project number 2. Will there be a project number 3? Watch this space. It may well be.
Hi, I'm Alessandra and I'm very passionate about communicating your idea in a creative way, but most importantly to uplift the spirit of the community. My team and I are looking forward to be part of the next project.